Good everyone, my name is Zhatt and welcome to another episode of Whazhatt. Today we're going to be taking a look at GamersGoMakers, which I imagine is inspired off of the popular game Game Dev Tycoon. I haven't played Game Dev Tycoon myself, so I won't be able to make any direct comparisons, but I have played Game Dev Story on my Android, which is in a similar realm. So a quick look at the main menu here. We have some fairly basic settings. The credits here, the lead developer Marco, who actually sent me the game directly, which is nice of him. And I think that's pretty much it. We'll just jump straight in here. This is basically a first impression. I just sort of opened up the game to test it out, make sure I can record. But otherwise, I have not played this game before. So our company's going to be called Zhattron. Yeah, Zhattron X. That's how I want to spell it, right? It doesn't really matter. It's a made-up name, and my name is just Zhatt. We're gonna play normal. We'll start in the 1980s. Ooh, cool, the desk changes throughout the years. I guess it would, because the computer changes as well. And full screen. You can choose your character if you care about that sort of thing. Let's go for my blue shirt, which I often wear in streams. Brown hair, I have brown hair, and black pants. Actually, those look like pretty comfy little sneakers. We'll stick with those. And we're gonna accept that. What are your strengths? Please choose from 3 to boost skills in this area. Well, I'm pretty good at graphics, and I think engine's important, and gameplay is pretty important. Sure, we'll go with that. The basics, right? Actually, those are all pretty basic. Choose your starting location. Each starting location has its own characteristics, which may give you a benefit of some kind in play. Sweden. Teamwork rules in Sweden get a bonus on the number of employees working for you. Minus 20% development time. That's a pretty big bonus. Well, I think I might have to start where I am. Oh, I'm not in Toronto, though. I'm in Vancouver over here. Vancouver has a bigger game building scene than Toronto, doesn't it? Canada supports game developers officially. Have a relaxed start with greatly reduced running costs. Well, that sounds good. I always like low overhead, I've learned in business. So Zhatronics will start in Toronto. Hello and welcome to GamersGoMakers. The 80s are back, as you can see. First of all, you may decorate your office by picking a new wallpaper. You can choose a fine selection. Oh wow. That's pretty funky. Let's go with that one. Excellent choice. Now go ahead, click on your character, and start your business by creating your first game. To start your first project, choose the genre and platform, and give it a name. Should we play the... No, we don't need no tutorials. Game 1. We're gonna make... let's choose a genre first here. It's gonna be a simulation game, of course. Oh. We don't have like a artillery. Okay, well we'll go with a racing game. I like those two. And the currently available consoles and platforms. If you want to publish, blah blah blah. Racing game for no license costs on it. Oh, there's license costs on the Atari essentially. I think that's the Atari. 50K. How much money do I have? I have 50K. So let's not spend our money on that. Commodore's. It's always a good choice, right? And we're gonna call this Fast Z. No, we're saying Fast Z. There are no significant trend. Good to know. You can add extra features to your game. Right now your options are very limited, but we'll quickly increase. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we want sound. So that's already turned on. We want video. Oh no, wait. This is a text-based racing game. I love those. Do you want to turn? Please type to turn. Choose an area you'd like to focus on your new project. Example action fans may not be expecting a detailed story. Well, gameplay is pretty important, doesn't it? We want really nice text. It's pretty important. Level design. You definitely want good racetracks on a racing game. Writing is not exactly important. What kind of story do you want in a racing game? And 4 points left. So we can actually have a ton of that. Sound design, graphics, do some engine there. There. Looks like a decent split. We can't take like this off completely. We have to leave a little bit of writing. Development of your project has just started. Did you know you can speed up the game? Just right click and pause at the lower right of the screen. It's over there. So this is kind of a bit different than, whoa, what I do there. Choose a theme for your story and spend money on writing content. If you have a hunch that you create an excellent game, want to invest having it translated, here's you can influence the game on basic level, not Lego. I want to play Legos too. So we want to choose a story. English is fine. Can't choose a budget? Is it because we had it kind of off? Violence? Low violence. Explicit language, not necessary in a racing game. Sexual content, also not necessary. What if we just like bring these right down? Bland as heck. Notice I said heck, not hell. Yeah, bland story with no budget. But as I was saying, yeah, this is a bit different than I would normally do on this channel. I focused on building games mostly, but I want to know if you guys want to see more of these sort of management style type games like this. It is technically a tycoon game. I mean, we are running a business here. Working environment, running costs. Whazhatt. I'd play that game. There's a light trend for vampire games. Well, we could make a vampire racing game. That's squeeze that in somewhere. Would it be the cars that suck the blood, or would the drivers be vampires and therefore can only drive at nighttime? Night racing. Very strong for strategy war games. Well, let's find out that speed up button. It seems to be just pause. I don't know where the speed up button is. How about to designing a distinctive case for your game? Oh, you mean like the outside case? Choose from various cases, styles. That doesn't seem appropriate. I think we need something orange. Oh wait, those are the only colors we have to choose from? Okay, well black it is. And different designs. It'd be cool if there was something a bit more thematic here, like cars and stuff. Black on black. This looks like we're designing like a, oh there, well there's a car. And a different car. An explosion. I think that's more appropriate. Just an explosion. That's what all the cars will look like in the game. I'm gonna go with this case, very stylized, $4. So can we choose different sizes of boxes? Oh, okay, I'll go with that one. Here's 71% done this game. Looks like he's working on, what is he working on? Testing? Oh, okay, that's a pipette. You're testing the game, you're sampling little bits of it. We haven't used a lot of our budget yet, which is good. Almost done this game. How long have we been working? Just like a few months? 4 months? And we are done. Whazhatt. Development of your game has finished. As you develop games, you gain experience and improve your skills. Once the game is complete, you'll be shown a summary of your experience. Okay. So I got better at gameplay, level design. I assume these are +1. And the game itself has good gameplay, good engine, good graphics as we chose. Content has a star for some reason. Okay, well, we'll see how this does. It's now time to put your new game into the market. Have a look at the current market situation, set the price, and see how well it does. 20 bucks. Is that appropriate for the 1980s? How much were people willing to spend on text-based racing games? Currently no similar games on the market. Market share of 36. Average price for simulation racing is $20. Okay, well that explains it right there. I guess we'll go with the average. Good luck. So I guess while we're raking in the money here, let's see the review. I find it kind of funny that I'm playing a game where I get reviews, but I'm reviewing the game that I got. Perhaps you should have paid more attention to the following areas. These were like maxed out, weren't they? Graphics was, sound wasn't. As this first review, as you can see, each area of your game has been rated with a number. Okay. So, wow, the graphics suck. Yeah, it is a text-based game, I think. Sound, not great. Probably just bleeps and bloops. But it's a good game. That's what counts for simulation, right? It's actually fun to play. It's how you focus in on your market. Keeps things fresh with new mechanics, varied level design, and challenge drives you to mastering the game. Drives you. George McFly from the 1980s, of course. Visual styles are sometimes inconsistent. Damn those font choices. Now that your game is on sale, you receive the income for the game every day. The game will be on sale for only 90 days. So I guess while that's going, we will, money's slowly coming in. So we spent about 10K on that. Oh geez. I guess we can start a new game. New project, research info. Project history, competitors. What are our competitors? None? No one else is making games in the world. Or, okay, these are our competitors. It's just kind of strange with them faded out. Okay, I see. But I can't click on them directly. Interesting. It's a big list. Hey, there is someone over here in Canada. Where are these people? Funny Games in Vancouver. That's where I wanted to start. Best game, tennis. Vancouver's not really known for its tennis. Okay. We want to do some research maybe? No, we don't have enough money for that. Let's just start a new project straight out. That's always wise. Should we continue working on a genre that we know? Or should we go for an adventure game? Hack and slash platform, shoot 'em up. Artillery, war. How's the, oh, I guess artillery is like that tank game or the banana throwing game with the monkeys. You know what I'm talking about. The music's pretty funky in this game. I like it. I wonder if it changes through the years. Let's go with adventure. Different consoles suit different games better. I can't afford that. Let's just go with the Commodore again, because it has a low complexity and I've done a game before. The adventure will be find Zemo. He's lost in the desert. The video will be, again, text-based. Better suited for a adventure game. Basic sounds. I mean, that's why we lost so much last time, but... So maybe we can compensate for that, and then gameplay for an adventure, game engine, whatever. Level design. Oh, we're out of points. Okay, we'll roll with that. Find Zemo, or should I say Finding Zemo? I forget what the actual title is for the movie, but whatever. Violence, ultra violence. Zemo ain't no sissy fool. Explicit, yeah, explicit language. Sexual content, yeah, you know, not too much. Kids, you gotta play this game, right? Translate, it will do well in Russia. No, that's not Russia. I think that's the Russian flag. Oh, show my ignorance. What is that? I feel like I should know what that is. I don't even want to say. Make a fool of myself. We'll go with that. There are probably tooltips if I hovered over them. Wouldn't be. At least there should be. Zhatt of Toronto, Newcomer Industry has just published the first game. Okay, that was my game. So I'm still looking for the speed control here. Does this pauses it? That right-clicking on it does something. I'm not sure what. I'm gonna say that speeds it up and just leave that on. We are losing money fast. Find Zemo. That's a good picture. Oh wow. We need something more violent. That is not violent. It's a driving game. No, we've gone outside of our genre here. Let's go with I like this thing. Killer mushroom. Stick with a similar color scheme as our last game. White on black and red looks good. $4 for this thing. What is this? Oh, that's a randomizer. That's totally fine as emo. That's kind of cool. Sure, we'll go with this. It's a mental game, finding Zemo. Well, it seems like our game's selling decently. We're not making a ton of money. I mean, 200 a day seems nice, but we're not really making money. We started with 40K. So gameplay, engine, graphics are all higher. I guess I'm leveling up in these areas. Sound is no good. We didn't put much into those other areas. Let's see what happens. $20, 18 is the average. No other games on the market. We'll stick with 20. One of a kind. You gotta pay the premium. How about improving your skill? New training is available. You got a review. Well, that's better. Good graphics, good sound, good gameplay. Perhaps I should have paid more attention in the areas that I completely ignored. Yes, that's also true. An adventure game with 2 in writing. You found a Zemo. Press enter to go to the next level. Zhatt comes with another boring adventure game. What was my first boring adventure game? Something I scribbled on a napkin? Beautiful. Mostly smooth visuals. Mostly smooth. There's some jaggedy edges there. Pleasing to the ears. Past and present choices impact the game in wonderful, unexpected ways. Wasn't that connect with game writing? Maybe not. Hilariously bad dialogue. That, to me, is always a bonus. Antiquated level design relies too much on finding keys and doors. What other options are there? Seriously, tell me if you can find a better option than a key and door. Okay. Facets off the market. I sold 1 unit. I'm guessing this is different notation. 1,000 units. And you made profit of 17K. This game had a good mix of violence. I had no violence, explicit language, digital content for its genre, but it could have been better. Wait, a better mix of... So they wanted more violence? Quite popular, really. Interesting. Thankfully, users are rather vocal with their opinions. Is that a good thing? You take in their content feedback, assemble pretty graphs to see what they think. So, just perfect for violence, just perfect for explicit language, and just perfect sexual content. I'd like to see a little bit. So if we brought them up just the tiniest bit, it might have made some people happier, but it seems to be kind of pretty good right there. And find Zemo is currently selling. Can we break 40? Okay, only 8 fans. Only 8 people know about Zhatt. Let's train ourselves. Programming for dummies. Isn't this something I should have read before I started making games? Wait, how expensive was that book? Is that $10 or 10K? You have just finished learning your training. No, I'm gonna read that again. You have just finished your training, programming for dummies, and gained some experience. So I need to practice my sound level design. Wait, sound and sound design, what's the difference between that? Warning, the taxman cometh. Again and again. Every January, in fact. He never forgets and he wants his money. Be sure to keep some on hand. Well, I've got 35K. How much are you gonna steal from me? Your first research option is available. Did you know you can right-click on any of the icons and learn about them? Oh, really? So I can right click on, oh, stereo sound version 1. Yeah, let's go for some vector graphics. That seems important to me. I don't mind bleeps and bloops, but I definitely want some shapes in my games. Welcome to geometry with vector-based graphics. We have some coffee. Project history, the review, game market, a map of the world. Let's do something. Maybe we will research this time. Oh no, we already did that. Train anything else? Introduction to game design, advanced programming for dummies. Where's I want to see my stats. No, that's the same button. How do I see my current level and skills? Competitors, project history, game market, platform, share info. So this is me. I need to get better at sound. I thought there were other areas. Oh, okay, game design. I just need to learn everything overall. So if we train game design, that sounds a good idea. I'm gonna spend a bit of money. Money's still coming in now. Find Zemo is now off the market. He sold a little bit less than last time. Made a profit of 14k, a little bit less than last time. This game had a good mix of violence, explicit language, and sexual content for its genre, but it could even be better. Interesting. So my extremes actually worked pretty well. Thankfully, your users are rather vocal. Interesting. A little bit less language, but the violence and sexual content was just right. I don't know if it's reflected in this game, but adult games were a bit easier to sell back in the 80s when games were starting to get made, because gaming was sort of still an adult thing because adults could own computers. But today, selling adult games is not really something that happens much of. And by that I mean sexual content, ultra-violence, whatever. Experience from my book readings. Just a little bit in every area here, which is good. I guess it's time to start another game. I want to actually make some money though. We're still below our initial capital investment here. We're just making do. Start new project. Let's go back to racing with our new vector graphic option. And we're gonna do it on the Commodore because that seemed to work well. And this is we're gonna mix our genres. Maybe Zed was Zemo from the last one. Let's call this fast Zemo X3. Yeah, numbers and letters. So definitely want vector with our basic sound. Maybe we should have, you know what? Cancel that. Let's research mono sound. Have a look at the balance. Click to character, bring a balance sheet. Annual result. Yeah, we lost a little bit of money. Where's the taxes? I'm a little worried about that. Working environment, running costs, games, translation, research. Oh yeah, we translated that other game, but it sold worse. Total. So we spent $60,000. Oh, that's interesting considering we only started with 40. Cash flow? I don't need to see that. So yeah, let's get some new sound to go with our new graphics. And then we'll start a new project, which is a racing game for the Commodore called Fast Zemo X4. We just upgraded our concept here. Maybe it's a 4X game where you can also, you know, explore, exterminate. No, I forget what 4X game means. I guess the Commodore doesn't support better sound quality. So, oh well, we'll just go on with that then. It's kind of a waste of money. You've already done a simulation racing game. Have a look at your previous settings to get the focus right. Okay. Previous settings. These are my previous settings. So last time I needed to get better. Let's go look at the review. Let's find Zemo. How do I look at older reviews? Do those not stick around? Baseball games have died out. Steampunk games are coming up. Project history. Whazhatt. There's our review. More graphics, more sound. Will do. Sound is probably not something we can mess around with. Racing, Commodore, Fast, Zemo, X5, ba. Yes. So graphics, sound, level design, sound. Like, I'm confused between sound design and sound. Like, I guess sound is like the actual sounds you're recording, and sound design is kind of how you implement them into the game. We don't need any writing. Definitely want some gameplay. Engine, it'll do. I want more cars, more content. Now we'll have to go with this. Accepto. And we're triangling away. You've already done a simulation game, now you'll get some hints about some right content settings. Well, last time we just went bam, bam, bam. But people wanted a bit more of a little bit of everything. Except for, I think I don't remember which is which. How do I, oh, I get to choose. Last time I didn't even choose a story, so I don't know how that worked. Well, steampunk is a thing now, so this is gonna be a steampunk racing game. Oh, 30K. Story budget. We're only gonna put, you know, like 5K in there. Because story doesn't matter too much. Racing games are popular in Japan, right? Random idea, sure. Maybe in Korea too. We're gonna put more money into translating our 5K story than we are actually gonna spend money on writing it. Sounds good to me. Oh wait, no, that was $1,000. And I'm spending, yeah, that's wrong. Today, Appy released their new platform. Atapi, I think? The 5200 is the successor to the 2600. Ups the ante with analog joystick and keypad, also offers controller ports. This opens a whole new world of control possibilities. This system also has an increased resolution to support, well, a joystick would be pretty good for racing games. Well, we're stuck with our Commodore game right now. Our video game industry is growing. Marketing is now available. Once the game is completed, you have the option of pushing sales by paying for advertising. Okay, maybe Zemo could use some advertising. Not everyone knows about Zemo, but they should. We need to spread the word. And his antics in the steampunk desert being lost. Something like that. I just realized the spelling mistake in the title is Whazhatt Zemo. I just really want to get those Z's in there, or Z's as it were. So maybe this is still appropriate. Let's randomize a little bit here. That kind of makes sense. A rocket, I like that idea. That's totally steampunk. I need some red to go with that rocket. Oh, I like the black backgrounds. Whoops. What else do we have here? Nothing? Yeah, let's stick with the rocket. Steampunk rocket racing game through the desert. I would totally play that game. Even on the Commodore. Like right now. Someone gave me a Commodore, I'd be like, where is that desert steampunk rocket racing game with vector graphics and a horrible story? Extra experience game. Doesn't really show. So wait, is this is my experience, right? Yeah, my experience with the Commodore with racing games and all this stuff. So I'm getting better at sound. That's good. Project marketing. We probably should market this, all of, oh. Yeah, all of them. $20 for the game. Let's bring the price down a little bit. We'll keep up with the times. And magazine ads. I guess that's our only option. We'll do that. Okay. PC Gamer is advertising Whazhatt Zemo X5. Should be Z5, shouldn't it? Well, we bumped up in the areas that we should have, but we dropped in gameplay. Perhaps you should have paid more attention to gameplay. Perhaps, maybe. Beautiful, mostly smooth visuals, pleasing to the ears, entertaining level design, clever and funny script. Really? I guess you could have a pretty good script if you spend $5,000 on it. Although, it's all we have in the budget right now, too. And we got 12 fans now, that's good. But it's not a realistic simulation. Really? You don't think steampunk rockets through the desert is realistic? I mean, you could use that for training actual steampunk rocket desert races that they do all the time in 1981. Well, it seems to be selling fairly well. These numbers are much higher than they were in the previous games. I don't know how much further I want to go into this game. I mean, I imagine as you go through the years, you'll be able to upgrade your office and your hardware here. I think you can even hire other people. Not something we can do at this point. So probably follow the same trend as a lot of these other game development games. I made a good chunk of change back. They're selling lots of units. Maybe we'll try one more game. Do it on the new console if we can afford the licensing. Actually, let's just do that right now. Start new project. Action. This is gonna be a hack and slash. And the yeah. I can't even afford the old Appy. Let's wait for the money to come in a little bit more here. Off the market, you sold 2,342 units and made a profit of 32K. Congratulations, you made a new sales record. A good mix of violence, explicit language, sexual content for its genre, but it could be even better. So yeah, that helped a little bit. So we did want a bit more violence and a bit more sexual content. Oh, we can also see in the different markets. That's interesting. Like Pac-Man. Yeah, I say that's a good run, but we didn't really. Again, we're still making less money than we need to, losing money overall. So we're gonna have to be stuck on the Commodore. I mean, we know what we're doing now, so maybe that's not a bad thing. But we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna make a hack and slash game. And we're gonna call this Zach and Brash. Those are our new main characters. They're Zemo's brothers. With vector graphics, of course. Continue with our mono sound. Pump up the sounds. We wanted more gameplay, was they're complaining about. Less writing, we don't care. Well, wait, this is a hack and slash. Again, yeah, probably don't really care about writing. Level design, sure. Let's even pull out some content. We'll just recolor our sprites. And then pump up the game engine. Get some more particles in there. Can the Commodore do particles? Hack and slash. Well, I imagine violence is a thing in those games. Swiss language, sure. We'll bring that down, maybe. And we won't do any translations. We'll just have it here. The story. Woohoo! There's a genre for school games. Well, that sounds just entertaining to me. Where is there school? Aliens Caribbean, that would be under S, wouldn't it? PQR, Samurai, Sci-Fi, Soldier, Steampunk, SWAT. Well, maybe I can't do that. Steampunk's games have tried out. Or do they mean like education games? Whatever, we're gonna do a nuclear. Totally makes sense. I'm gonna put our classic 5K budget on that story. I guess this is the maximum? Yeah. 5 is enough. And just anglais. And we will accept these settings. Work on that game. We're probably gonna go bankrupt, aren't we? Because we're not bringing in any money right now. We waited too long to start our next game. How long will this take? Seems to be developing pretty quick. Our fan base is growing ever so slightly. Uh-oh. Too much rent? Why did you have to get such fancy wallpaper? No. Exploding star. Yeah, that's totally brash right there. Come on, finish the game before we run out of money. You don't need no working environment. I'm wondering what the running cost is like. What, electricity? The coffee? Well, we're done. That's good. A little bit of experience everywhere. Nothing starred. Yes, we'll advertise it. I think that probably always helps. $18 we'll stick to. Okay. We have $4,000. You got a review. Better sound is required, but it's not that bad. Pleasing to the eyes, looting and leveling and rewarding. Tons of cool, creepy, challenging bosses, varied and always fun story missions. Another quite cool action hack and slash game for the Commodore. Okay, that's good. No content. People apparently don't care about content, as long as it's fun. Let's start selling those things. We need more than $3,000. It scares me because to me it looks like $4.09. I've been there, not being able to buy like fast food during lunch. It's not a fun place to be, so I feel bad for this guy just sitting around at 8K for who knows how long. I mean, if he hurts his fingers or something, he won't be able to program. The Sinclair ZZ Spectrum. That sounds like my kind of platform. Today, Sinclair released a new platform, the ZZ Spectrum. It's a successor to the ZZ81. It is Sinclair's answer to the Commodore. So, but it doesn't come with a monitor? You gotta plug it in your own TV. Diminutive size, it carries a solid 48 kilobytes of memory and can display up to 16 whole colors. One channel sound with 10 octaves available, and a rubber keyboard to keep out all those crumbs from your pastries. Well, we shouldn't wait around for this game to sell. We should start our next game. We don't have any money to chase these fancy new platforms. Although, I don't quite understand how these are categorized, because this is the newer one, but this is the newer platform down here. I mean, this is the newer Atapi. Well, this is the newer platform that we just saw. Well, we're gonna have to stick to platforms that, oh, I guess that's an Apple. Interesting. That we can afford. And we're gonna go, ooh, space flight, yes. And then this is gonna be called, Planet, guess the letter, Z. Z? Planet Z. Sure. Vector mono, okay. Gameplay, yes. Graphics, yes. Sound, yes. Space flight game, no writing. I don't know what kind of levels you can have in space. Maybe it's like inside the planet. That sounds cool, yeah. And we'll accept that. Planet Z. Way you go. I don't know, simulation game, people don't, we'll just leave it standard violence with some standard explicit language and some standard sexual content. That sounds agreeable for most people. And you can always see where that leads us. Still selling Zach and Brash. Today's Commodore released a new platform. Oh, great. Just in time. Is it free to develop on? Even if it is, technically I would need to buy one to be able to develop on it. Because I don't think I'm going to be running an emulator. Well, I'm a little amazed that we haven't like gone bankrupt yet. Pumping out these expensive games for the Commodore. Zack and Brash is now off the market. You sold 1,649. Yeah, it's alright. 23k profit. Good mix. Could be better. Apparently the Commodore is good for that type of game. Too strong for my tastes. I don't even remember what we had. I wish it would show you the settings. Today's IMB, Intelligent Machine Brains, released a new platform on the PC. No, it is a PC. The PC. It is IMB's, that's gonna be hard to say instead of IBM. First step into the console market. It is IMB's answer. Intergalactic Missile Ballistic. It is IBM's answer to the Commodore, yeah, the Commodore. Floppy drive, processor, RAM, CGA card gives it 16K dedicated video memory. 16 colors in text mode and 4 color graphics with a monochrome 640 by 200 mode. What kind of ratio is that? Well, I guess it's whatever the shape this is. Planet Z. Should we find our rocket again? No, this looks perfect. Bam. I wonder if that actually has any effect on sales. Or it's just for fun. Almost done, Planet Z. Whoa, what was that? A bunch of threes flew to my head. Does that mean I'm leveling up? I have hit gameplay level 3. That's good. Oh, reputation gained for this platform, which is now been superseded by the new one. So I've leveled up into graphics and gameplay. That's kind of strange that they pull the level up over here instead of showing it over there. Oh well. Radio ads. Always a popular place for gamers to listen for new games on the radio. Throw in the magazine as well. It doesn't cost that much, although I don't know if I can actually afford this. Price, pop it up to 20 again. It's just a little bit higher than 19. You cannot afford this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just magazine. Ooh, I can't afford any of these things. We'll look at that later. You got a review for Planet Z. That was fast. Only a few days. Oh, wait. Well, I want to see the review. Oh, wow. 9.6, 8.5, 9.66. Even though I dropped the content a bunch. Breathtaking visual design, cool sound, a generous and flexible career mode, brilliant level design. Just a good game. This better sell well. This better be my, like, pinnacle game that pulls me out of just barely squeaking by. Come on. Planet Z. Everyone loves a good space simulator. Space race. I want some of these posters, whatever this is. I want that in my room. I also want some of that coffee right now, but we can ignore that. Floppy disks. I just want to see how far this game goes, and then I think I will stop this episode. I don't know how much longer. Oh wait, we're almost out here. Just a few more days. It is the weekend. The game is off the market. We made a profit of 38K. Yeah, new sales record. That's not like the pinnacle game that I was hoping for, but the game has a good mix of for genre. But apparently, I'm just good at guessing these mixes. Spaceflight games to me quite popular for the Commodore. It is a perfect mix. Okay, standard is the way to go. And that is it. So we didn't get to see what was in the future. Maybe with the different scenes we could probably upgrade into. We didn't hire anyone else, which I think is something you can do later on. But thanks for watching this episode, guys. Let me know if you want to see more reviews of this style of game, just sort of pure management, menu-based, text-based options, and I will take a look farther into that. I know there's a few in my lineup that I'd like to check out. And if you do want to catch more Whazhatt videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.